against all odds to the semi-finals. In fact, we broke the fence and we got it inside. And don't forget, we're going to win it back to back. The haters who I say will disappoint them.
Hater?
Yeah, hater, because you don't like Argentina.
No, not I don't like. I like Lionel Messi.
Yeah, only Lionel Messi. You don't like Argentina as a team.
I don't want. I think I'm rooting for France.
Okay.
The likes of
Which
Mbappe.
is allowed, yes.
My brother Ulysses is there.
Yes.
Of course, I have.
Then you have somebody like Dembele.
Dembele is there. We have
N'Golo Kante.
Kante is even in the bench. We have
he's also a
Conte.
player.
We have. You can. In fact, I was watching interviews. They were interviewing so many coaches that had encounter with France in this World Cup. And the question they keep asking,
yesterday they came up with a resolution saying they are going to stop pardoning. Approved a prayer. Seeking to end state pardon and rehabilitation of criminals, particularly suspected Boko Haram members and other insurgents. Now, the question will be, did the Senate have to wait for Modu Sharif, the former governor of Borno State, to go to channels, grant an interview and say he is totally against rehabilitation of Boko Haram? If he has his way, he's going to kill all of them. This is long overdue. A lot of people are saying, especially even the state pardon that we give to criminals. Is the Senate just waking up, or is this just another campaign strategy to woo votes?
All right. Let me start by saying that Modu Sharif, former governor of...
So many issues came out of that interview anyway.
Former governor of Borno State, so he has first-hand information about it.
The one who the whole crisis started under his reign.
His watch, So he's in tune with the current, the true and actual reality and happenings in Borno State, where, of course, the insurgency started of repentant Boko Haram. And that was why I still respect the other clergyman that said, why would I feel seeing a man who probably to take him to God and let him go and deal with the issue of forgiveness with his creator? And that is also that same statement with the likes of Putin. Putin said, I have no business forgiveness. Am I God? My job is to so I align myself hook, line, and sinker to statements like that. Because it is a capital punishment. The killings is unprovoked. The ideology is unknown. It is not clear. At some point, we're hearing all kinds of controversies and conspiracy theories surrounding it.
But the motive is clear now. It's all about the economy, all about the resources, all about the diamond.
I'm only trying to be for the want of words.
For many years.
I'm just trying to be polite. Because I've not been to Borno. However, we've heard from reliable sources, both mainstream media, of course, the bush, what do you call them? Bush hunters, or what do you call them?
Forest
guards. We've heard from one of them. Now, we've had statements even from the bandits themselves, the likes of Kachala, saying that most of my guys are in your agencies. What are you saying? And the governor kept saying more. Of course, renowned Professor Krofi also nailed it. And of course, and Baba Ahmed also stated a lot of stories. Gumi, just name them. Endless list of comments coming from notable Nigerians, allegedly.
What is the untold story, allegedly?
The untold story is that who is actually...
They are busy exploiting our resources. Then the untold story.
The untold story there in this context
who is sponsoring them?
Many
people.
We have heard of lists.
Conspiracy.
What name? Precise name. Who and who has been mentioned and arrested till today. I have a list. Buhari did 8 years. I have a list. We're going to 4 years now. Who is scared of mentioning who?
That's the sponsors. Yes. But Madam Felicia, pardoning is not bad in itself. I think every human being deserves a second chance. And in the political space, they say when you fail, you repeat. So if a criminal fails in what he's doing, they're killers.
They were killers.
Okay.
Yes, they were killers.
So they got a second chance.
They gave them a second chance.
So what was the method of rehabilitation? Sorry, let me ask you.
The method of rehabilitation, like for the Catholic Church, under Caritas, they call it. That's a Latin word, charity.
Okay.
Under the umbrella of Justice and Peace group, we were bringing them, visiting them, and following up the case, maybe a case of a particular armed robber or whatever, a killer, and it may take a process from the prison, and by the time the person is being released, there's a place where they will rehabilitate them. We don't allow them to go home immediately because of course they could be killed.
Okay, so you absorb them into
the community. We reintegrate them
into your own space,
into our own space.
So what is how long?
You keep them busy, you empower them, because some of them
is the duration?
Just for a short period of time.
Okay.
And of course we had lawyers working with us then. You reintegrate them into a community where they will belong for just a short period of time. And at the same time, you empower them as well as counseling them along the line. Then when they are done, as they are going, you empower them in such that they go back to the way they come from. Do you see real
repentance?
There is always real repentance.
When you bring these killers.
I'm telling you, there was always real repentance. But that's why I'm a little bit confused with the case of this Boko Haram. Because already this Boko Haram, I don't even see them as human beings. Because for someone to brutally take the life of someone, cutting off someone's head and all that without any remorse, then coming back, of course.
Are they not the same criminals? The one you rehabilitate also kills
I see this one's more advanced than...
It's not the same killing. Is it not the same killing?
This one is more advanced.
Somebody with a gun, or you kill somebody with
killing is killing.
Killing is killing. Or you chop off somebody.
No. Let me help out there. They are not the same, degree at all. No.
I don't see that.
Now this is a group of people who came intentionally, purposefully, unprovoked to carry out a particular assignment.
The criminal who intentionally killed somebody.
Now, the criminal...
An armed robber, I will not operate in isolation. If I want to do that robbery that used to attack banks,
an armed robber,
with AK-47 and all of that, bomb everywhere. So I operate within a group. And the group ideology is for us to steal. Isn't it? And then some other group will be, okay, don't steal, don't kill, just take what you want to take. Everybody has a motive of operation.
However, I have not seen any armed robber that was caught with arm.
I have not seen.
With
any armed robber
killed
with arm.
And freed. I'm talking about free the way she's saying it now.
But she's telling you up is that it is for and against. I don't support people being repentant. Criminals being repentant, because there is a 60% chances that they will go back to that criminality.
That's exactly my point.
Especially if they are indoctrinated or indoctrinated. But again, the other argument is every human being deserves a second chance.
The question is, the person who is a terrorist is no longer a human being.
But again, we can also define terrorism. A man who steals the resources that belong to a state, the whole resources. A man that is being arrested for stealing 50, 30, 100 billions when he was a state governor, or he was a state minister, or he was something.
He's the worst terrorist.
Thank you very much. He now spends 5 years, or 10 years, or sometimes 2 years. And then all of a sudden, a state pardon is being given and he's released. He came back to the people that as a result of his mismanagement died from lack of hospitals. Children were out of school. Insecurity rose. Sometimes this whole crisis becomes bigger because of the level of poverty and hopelessness. Even the people who don't want to be involved in the crime, suddenly, because the situation pushed them to. So the man who steals billions and the Boko Haram who kills people, are they not of the same?
Let me explain. Let me help you better. Let me put it in parentheses for you. The difference between these two set of people is just labeling, branding. One is a political bandit, banditry.
Political Boko Haram.
Boko Haram, political Boko Haram.
Yes.
And the other one is what we call the insurgency.
Yes. The
most dangerous one is that one that.
The political Boko Haram.
Is the most. In fact, any leader that steals money, the person that kept $5.5 billion in his house is worse than Kachala. Because where did they find
collective resources of the state?
Why, if he uses that money to develop the state and take 15 million Alamanjeris off the street, the so-called global you take to the north flies easily because the market is there to push it, to drive it. So on that note, I think the governor that stole money and the commissioner that stole money is the worst bandit.
or the worst Boko Haram?
Yes.
Okay. So the man who brought this prayer to the National Assembly is Senator, Yaradua. The man who states the general was captured and killed. So it took a general to die in custody before the Senate will rise to the occasion of saying we are going to stop pardoning criminals and we are going to stop pardoning bandits.
They've not stopped it though. It's just
to see if this whole thing will stop. The genuine ones, motive will be addressed. The ones who are criminals will be seized and dealt with. But do you see any kind of solution to this? Beyond, is a criminal.
For me, the only solution for this move will be, at the end of it all, it will serve as a deterrent to those that are in it, like the Boko Haram members. If they stop it, that means people will sit up to whatever they intend doing.
This prayer will be something that they will hold on to say justice is finally coming to us. Do you see that kind of hope in those kind of families?
Let me I'm going to answer this question three forms. First of all, the first question you said about if it's going to stop. The only way to stop it is this. You have to also address the remote cause. As long as the alleged economic mining is the reason behind it, then we should forget about stopping it. Whatever move the Senate is making is
will not make any sense.
Will not make it. It's just a statement in futility, just to give us some form of hope. Secondly, talking about the family, if they will appreciate this. Of course, there's so many laws protecting this, jungle justice. He will live by the gun.
Die by the gun.
That is a Mafian law. Even spiritually. You understand? There are extreme measures. You cannot be taking human lives unprovoked.
And go scot-free.
Under the guise of so many fictitious statements and ideology. You can't continue to do that.
Okay.
We have a right to protect human life here.
Yes. For a very long time, we've been running away from capital punishment.
Yes.
For a very long time. Collectively as a country, the world has moved. There are decent way to handle issues. There are better way to handle issues. And that is how criminals begin to grow. All sorts of crime began to grow. Because the Dubai you talked about, if you steal, they just cut you off.
They catch you with drugs in Arab countries.
They chop off your head.
I told you that's a country they will plant you.
There's a man that, there's a video I watched. I don't know if it is Dubai or in Qatar. He raped and they hung him right in the center of the city with everybody watching, including his family members. Right in the center, they hung him.
That one, I think I told you about the one they would dig the ground,
yes,
bury the person, and then leave the head floating on top of the ground. Many of them like that, and they will release it very angry right now.
But some people will also say, even where there is capital punishment, this extreme crime still happen. It still happens.
No.
Stop it.
No.
To the degree.
Let me.
In Singapore, it's almost zero.
Okay.
In North Korea, it's a no. The thought of it, in North Korea has even taken it to a level where they now do what they call thought policing.
Okay.
Thought policing is mere thinking it. You are in for it.
Mere thinking about it.
Yes.
How do you know that
they are trained.
I think about a crime.
The thought police are like special forces.
Okay.
They know, they look at you, they are everywhere.
Okay.
I hope you know the leader of North Korea.
The nuclear man.
Even his hairstyle.
It's nuclear.
Everybody barbs the same hair. If you barb a separate hairstyle from his own, you are in for it. Anything America cannot even, anything America, whatever, is not there.
That's one country where spying is on the front burner. You can't even chew chewing gum on the road. You can't even smoke. So it's let's not even go there because people will say human rights. Now let's go to the human rights organizations.
What are you talking about human rights? Is it good for us or not? Human rights organization is a product of extreme liberalism.
Yeah.
The Americans have brought it. They've taken it to the level of where people walk naked in the name of human rights. People sleep with animals, LGBT, man to man, woman to woman. What right? Extremism? Is that the human right? And that is what they are trying to sell to some of these Arab nations alleged, and they refuse to buy it. Freedom. What is freedom? Not economic freedom they're talking about. If you ask, like the video we watched, the woman said if you asked if an average white American, for him, freedom is the ability to do what he likes. But if you, the real sense of it, the real freedom is what Iran is enjoying. When I can fill my tank, I have economic freedom. Do we have freedom in Nigeria? We don't have freedom of information bill that we even passed into law. You talk, they gag you, they probe you. Then secondly, we don't even have the freedom of good life. Somebody will keep
the first one.
We have $5.5 billion in somebody's house and $1 trillion worth of gold. So where is the freedom in a state where there are no good road, and the governor will be making mockery of his state, governor already state, because you can't even provide basic amenities. This is one country where people still campaign with roads. They want to commission road. I've not seen American president commissioning road.
They built their road a long time ago.
We're even going to commission.
They've moved away from.
Yeah, we commission roads. Commission pole wire. One pole. Commission charcoal.
Commission borehole that there's no water.
Even we saw the one of pants, even though we don't rest.
That one was not commissioning. It was distribution. Palliative.
But before it was somebody commissioned it and sampled it. That is commissioning.
Oh, it was commissioning.
I commissioned wheelbarrow and cutlass.
Somebody bought butter, the one with this kettle for prayer, and commissioned it too. Plastic, yes, commissioned it.
Somebody is commissioning graves, building more graves
for people to die. Now, at least you want them to be buried decently.
I don't know what kind of decent.
But let me come to my religion.
Let me ask. I want to say something on the how do we stop it? Like in the north, I could remember when we were young, much younger, in primary school. Then the place still exists, but I can't actually say what happens there. It's a land, a piece of land that was given, whether by who, very close to a railway. On the express after Abuja Junction. Yes. It's still there. Where they used to execute hardened criminals, especially killers then. And our parents, before then, they were announcing it on radios and even on TV. And on newspaper, people would get the announcement and they would send children to go and watch. It was always a very large crowd of people going to watch how they were executing. For us, it was really a lesson, a very big lesson, because we were afraid to even touch even a piece of.
You watch it on TV?
No, real.
I watched.
We were watching it.
I watched it more than twice.
That really taught us a lot on not to touch.
I watched Firing Squad live.
Yes, Firing Squad. And
in fact, I can remember if you tell me to tell you what I saw, now I can tell you.
Yes, they used to give some minutes for prayers, for confession first, then prayer follows. Immediately after the prayers, then they will start shooting.
The first thing they will see
they
that
to drums.
They prepare them a particular shot and they cover their face with black clothes.
Now, gentlemen and lady, now extreme liberalism brought us to where we are today. Now, criminals don't see what they do as wrong. They see it as a right. The bandits, the Boko Haram, the politician and all of them.
The political bandits.
They don't see killing of anybody wrong. We have seen even the political class. Allegedly, during campaigns, their boys kill people, and before you know it, it's been covered up, and you never hear anything about that case. Now, because the world is a global village, and we have partnership with all of these countries who are promoting extreme liberalism. And the US will now say, look, for us to continue on this path, pardoning, respect of human rights and all of that must be agreed upon. So when we have countries like that say, no, capital punishment is a no for you if we want to continue us to do business. So where do we stand?
Let me talk about the United States. What I like, they also practice capital punishment, not in large scale, but they do. Of course they do. It depends on the interest. There's a prison called the Guantanamo Bay, where they keep high-profile criminals. And of course, the likes of Wyclef Jones sang a song, One Time Abera. You know, these are, of course.
He was there once.
Of course, now.
That's why he was able to sing. This was the man who went to contest in his country and he won, got only 9 votes.
That's
a topic for another day. How come celebrities can't win election in their country?
Well, we'll get to find out why.
So it means the people who are dancing and shouting your name, when it comes to election, they will not be there for you.
And the reason why these things happen, I also suffered it as a person, if I may, on a lighter note. Growing up, I got be very funny. I'm an MC. And I was careful not to build the comic aspect of my giftings. Because I was scared if I want, because I've always admired politics, leadership. I've always led all my life, everywhere I find myself. Directly or indirectly, I've always led. So I've always liked leadership environment, you know. I want to vie for this position. They say, my brother, I go sit down. Maybe joke, we can't joke for.
They'll tell you that.
Yes, especially in this part of the world. Until I started seeing the likes of Oke Bakassi, the best comedian you can think of in Nigeria, as far as I'm concerned, the funniest, most witty.
Where is he now?
He's alive. He's still doing his thing.
Okay.
I just watched his skit yesterday. I laughed. His own real, his own comedy. He has one of the funniest joke I can think of. The case of the politician, where somebody went to report a case of rape and said, you go in house by 2 a.m., right time. You bath, and you claim rape, right time. That comedy stood out for me. So he was appointed by Rocha Sokorocha. And that was when I started saying, okay, comedians can. Then he came over.
He also appointed as ESC on happiness or commissioner on happiness.
I've forgotten the particular. Yes, and he came over too.
He's a special politician.
Well, special.
My people.
My people. And we started seeing comedians now paving way into politics. Now, I started having a second thought, okay. And I now started building my MC, kind of my witty strength, giftings from God. Because at some point I was just scared. So let me know tomorrow I want to come out. Somebody say, my friend, maybe joke with a joke for here. Go stay here with a joke. Yeah, now serious business. Now
you can enjoy my joke, but you can't vote for me.
For America, America still practices the capital punishment. Depends on the interest. After all, what is capital punishment? Some of these African leaders that meant well, that were branded all kinds of names. At the end of the day, the planting all kinds of interest, and then the president is killed, like the likes of Mama Gaddafi. What is that? It's capital punishment for unprovoked reasons. So it depends on the approach. Singapore might be doing their own to mere criminals, but America might be doing their own to conflict of interest. Because we have.
So the question now is, where do we stand? Because an America or an England or whoever we are dealing with, we say no to a capital punishment. For instance, let's say this bill is passed and capital punishment is now a law. And then these countries will come, before it will even be passed, they will say no, it's a no. So where do we stand as a country? We need the capital punishment to reduce the level of insecurity that we have today, but we still also want to do business.
There are those who say we're a sovereign nation. Somebody in the very case was angry with me and said, Nigeria is a sovereign nation. I said, you are only politically sovereign.
You are not economically sovereign.
You are not economic. And he kept quiet. He didn't talk again. He said, okay, who you be? I said, don't worry. I said, do you know that? He said, it's not true, you talk. I said, so why are you making, what's this banding words about sovereign nation? What's sovereign? How sovereign are you? What sovereign are you? What other sovereign? Somebody is telling you, is coming to inspect your elections. And you are shouting you're a sovereign nation. My friend, you better keep quiet. If you're a sovereign nation, then you cannot explain certain things that happen. Because in geopolitics, it is bigger. There's a lot that beats the eyes. And, you know, evil, the world is rooted on evil. And that's why I always tell people, there is no crime anywhere. There is no truth anywhere.
So we only have a middle ground.
No, crime is a definition given to within a context of who is committing it. The same ritual you're talking about, somebody is doing it for some reasons.
Okay, so as we wrap up, we were also a very sentimental people. And then when capital punishment, for instance, becomes a law, and then they want to kill somebody from another tribe,
and the killer is from another tribe.
And the killer is from another tribe. Then it will cause another problem again.
It will become a national issue.
It will become a national issue.
Either political, killing somebody politically.
Yes.
Because somebody is in detention for over 200 days now.
Yes.
So that's political.
That's what I'm saying.
Capital
So
punishment.
our own sentiments. How do we curtail our own sentiments? Because the killer is from a different tribe. The one to be killed is also from a different tribe.
But, talk.
Given the example I cited of happening in this is a very sensitive case. Like as we are talking, I'm looking at someone right now in the prison. What if that happens to the person? God forbid. We are very sentimental and very emotional.
The whole country will be on fire.
Yes, it will be on fire as it is now, the way we are. If we were to be then, when they were at the ferry square, when it was happening, we will not feel anything. But the way we are now, we are so sentimental. Ethnicity has divided us. Tribalism has divided us. Religion. Honestly, it's not going to be funny. It's like maybe we are sitting on a bomb, what do we call
Time
it?
bomb?
Time bomb, yes. Waiting for it to happen. If it does happen, I don't know what will happen to our dear nation.
So you want me to answer it?
Yes, so we'll wrap it up there. Don't also forget that the repentant Boko Haram or the repentant bandits or the repentant criminals became wolves in their society. They became wolves. Some of them became better people. I think we listened to the forest guard who said we integrated them into the society. You even asked him a question. You said, for the children of this, repentant criminals, what happens to them? How will the society itself, absorb them? And he said, no, that everything is fine. Now, a couple of weeks back, Shoko, the deadly leader after Mohammed Yusuf of Boko Haram, his teenage daughter is crying that she didn't get a man to marry her. And I responded to the post. I said, after your father killed every man that he lay his eyes on, so when will you get the man to marry you? But that's on a lighter note. But this is what the family or the descending, that making the judgment, reversing that judgment, is from a different religion, from a different tribe. The man who will be killed is also from a different religion, and here we are.
I'll give you just two very recent examples.
Yes.
This is one of the reasons why state police is highly suspicious.
Yes. But don't forget, all of us here were shouting state police. Hey, state police is the solution. State police, only for the state police bill to go a little bit. Yeah, it has not been signed into law anyway.
The president just raised some concerns today.
Okay.
That they should expedite action
on
state police.
Okay.
Now, you see, we don't have a problem with state police, but we have a problem with timing. Let's wait after 2027 election, we can now do state police. But anything from now to election, Nigerians will give it different kinds of interpretation.
Do they even care about our interpretation? I think the level that we are now, do they really even care about our interpretation?
No, not in all cases. Sometimes they do.
Okay.
Now, coming to the second issue of stigmatization, of course, like she said, tribe. It has come to stay. It's only God that's going to help us. Because even education itself, Western education has not even erased it from our skin.
In fact, you find people who are professors, very tribalistic and religious bigots.
The second one, we have a case of alleged T members and the accused and accuser. They are from one village, one family region. So when
the chips are down,
I don't know how they go to survive judgment when a lion is a judge. Because that is his pepper soup. Or when a goat is standing trial, when a fellow goat is a judge. So that is the scenario for me. There was a sentiment, because by now in St. Cloud.
The question is, will capital punishment work in this country?
Capital punishment?
Yes, will it work?
It can work.
Will it work? Don't say it can. Yes or no, will it work?
Yes, it will work.
Okay. And if it can, and if it might not work, what happens?
Well,
and the other question is, what if it will not work?
Well, we continue to see what we are seeing.
Okay.
Because the leopard skin ideology, the leopard skin mentality will continue.
Okay.
No matter the rainfall, the skin is there.
Okay. Will it work?
It will work, but we should leave out. We should be ready to leave out our sentiments.
Okay. And we should be ready for the consequences.
Yes. After all, there is a proverb in my place that says, you don't learn how to use left hand in your old age. Let's start this killing thing. He said, well, it's coming too late.
Yes, too late indeed, but too little, too late. But they said late better than
better late than never.
Yes.
But let me tell you, if you bring out this capital punishment now, just like Alumo the Sharif is saying, it's going to raise a lot of dust. Because why? Banditry insurgency has metamorphosed into merchandise. And once it enters into the level of merchandise,
everybody is
it's going to be very difficult to apply anything, because sometimes allegedly the merchandisers are also part of those allegedly making laws for you.
And wouldn't that also throw up a lot of confession? Because the man who we killed will be shouting, "This is the person that sent me. ABC sent me." So it's going to work for the good of everybody. That's if it finally passes into law, and Nigerians themselves are ready for the consequence.
Yes, and that will go a long way in subsiding, because if I know that if I'm caught, there's a direct sentence. Of course, the criminality will reduce.
All right. So on that note, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, we go to another, a handshake across the Niger. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. And that's the digital revolution going on right now. TV right in your pocket, in your wallet, in your hands, everywhere. So the era of I have to come home and watch TV is fast. So disappearing. So those of us that are fixated on buying big TV screens,
that one still have its own effects too.
I know, but now you might even be in your room. You might not even come down to your sitting room to come and watch. So the TV might just be there because you want to sleep and watch TV. You don't want to come to the sitting room.
For the likes of me, I like big screen, no verse. When I'm watching players, the day I removed my TV spoiled, I went to put 32 inches on the wall. It was looking as if one dot. No.
Okay, now there's a handshake across the divide. Now, the Christian leaders in the north paid a visit to the slain teacher, the teacher who was killed in Marabanjos, and they paid her a visit. Paid the family a visit to condole and sympathize with them. Now, is this a welcome development or is it an eye service?
It's not just a welcome development, it's expected as well.
Okay, because humanity is involved.
Of course. It's not about religion this time around. It involves the sanctity of human life. Reverend Joseph John led the delegation and was accompanied by
the president of Khan, Northern region.
No, the president of Khan is Reverend Caleb.
Okay, no, I'm talking about Northern region.
Yes. The president of Khan, Kaduna State chapter.
Okay.
Reverend Caleb also has accompanied him.
Okay.
And both of them went. And of course, we are expected at first, we are first human beings before we became Christians and Muslims. The first thing that links us together is the fact that we are human beings. So, on that note, it's a welcome development. And I think other religions should also follow suit. Because tomorrow it can be anybody. You don't need to sit down. And again, this will further strengthen the peaceful coexistence between both religion in that state. People begin to see, okay, because there is no need for us to be fighting ourselves along religious lines and divide. Because when you go to some of these countries that even practice this religion, they don't kill people. They don't joke with human lives there. And they have churches doing well there in their own right. So this is a very good one. I just hope other people will follow suit, even though in every religion we have extremists. Let's not forget, even among the Christians, we have the extremists like the Reverend King, who believes in burning people alive to go and meet God. So, for me, it's a welcome development. Kudos to Reverend Caleb. Kudos to Reverend Joseph John for coming together to make this happen. I want to believe that in the thinking of the husband of that woman, he will be impressed. And of course, we've seen cases where even imams rescuing Christians from being killed.
Yes, the
in
one
Jos.
just, yes.
So this is what is expected. And for those of you who is using religion to divide us, you will answer for it one day.
Okay. Now, let me go to what Hayab said. He said he described the killing as painful, strategy, and that should concern every Nigerian. And he's warning that growing trend of mob justice threatens national unity and peace, and that the country justice system must be fixed. So he's not just condemning, but he's saying that, mob justice is something that this justice system has to address. A mob cannot just take laws into their hands and say they want justice done. Now, and let me come to my Malaysia. A failure of a state to protect an innocent woman who is looking for a direction. I think we've said it here. Now the stories that are coming out is that the children actually led the woman or were leading the woman to the venue of that event. Only for somebody, is it a woman or a man, raising the alarm and saying, see, child kidnappers. And nobody even, heard the woman out, and the after effect is what we have seen. Now, Christian leaders going to visit that family and telling them to their face that mob justice is unacceptable.
So I want to begin by saying that I commend the effort of the Christian leaders that went, especially the reverends that led the delegation to that visit. Reverend Hayab is one of such I know and happened to work with, even when he was the advisor to the governor of Kaduna State on religious matters. He was a spokesperson. I worked with him, and he's an elder brother. Aside that, a man that has been into interfaith, and of course we know he's the current president chairman for the 19 northern states at the moment. So being a man that has been into it and was there when Kaduna State was divided because of religious, what do you call it?
Let me ask you, from Kaduna State. Who divided Kaduna State along religious lines?
We divided ourselves. Okay. Yes, we divided ourselves. Okay. Both the Christians and the Muslims, even the traditionalists.
Okay.
Yes, we divided ourselves. Of course, he's a man that knows so much about when it comes to issues of justice, religion, and what happened to the late Malama Khair, which is quite unfortunate and something uncalled for. So that I'm happy in his own disposition, at least, that he's coming out to even condemn the injustice melted on the late woman. Of course, it was natural to visit so as to let Nigerians know that both Muslims and Christians at the moment in Kaduna State are one. As he rightly mentioned at the beginning of his talk, that humanity first before any other thing. So for me, it's a welcome idea. If in a situation whereby people allow mob justice to begin to find roots, then I am here to even say as well that it was very wrong. So of course,
let me come to you.
I would like to add up to this.
Oh yes, no.
On this same very topic.
Okay.
Because I need Nigerians to know why this mob action, first and foremost, is a common thing that has been happening in the North, much as I know. It has happened in Sokoto, it has happened in so many places. I grew up in the North, I know. My only concern is this. Now it took a Christian clergyman. I want to be seeing my Muslim clergymen come out boldly to speak against this. Talking about...
Yes, and that is a very valid point. How many of our imams have come out to come.
I was coming to
I grew up in the north. They don't, this pretentious behavior and hiding away. We have a Sharia court. What is the position of the Sharia law over these things? They should make it. See, let me tell you something. I told you that my wife went to Dubai and came back, and she told me that if you see the way they practice this thing there, you will fall in love with it. But when you come here, I don't know if some of our brothers here is it extremisms or they are mixing it with culture. A lot of unclear situation about this thing, because in this modern time you are killing somebody without even giving him or her the right to fair hearing. Let even the woman explain.
And the woman should not even be chased.
Excuse me.
You know, the painful part of all of this is the police.
I was even going there. I was going there. Now, you didn't even say, Madam, waiting happen.
Waiting happen.
Haba.
I was just coming towards that, but
now
what you,
the clergy, my Muslim clergy brothers, they should start speaking. I have not had any of them come out. Situation like this, they should grab it. After all, the woman is their colleague.
Headlines.
Is their colleague.
We have the.
She's also a malama, right?
Yes.
Yes. But Madam, I know. You feel it. You know, I even feel it.
Well, you know, I was just quiet, but while I was in my mind, I was like,
no, I was taking it gradually
this
to learn that, but
which is fast eating us up because I told you that somebody, a young 27 years boy, was talking to me, and I looked at him and said, "Before you were born, I was a northerner. Keep quiet. What are you going to tell me?" You people should get up and condemn some of these things. And even in my small estate, you see an Okada man that will misbehave, will remove knife, chase his fellow Okada man, want to stab him to death. They will just cover the thing. What is going on? Nobody will. You can't even talk about the matter. When you chase him out, you will not start the Kayakudi. I said, don't tell me Kayakudi. This man took a knife. We settled this matter between two brothers, and you took a knife and went to his house to want to go and kill him. How?
Jungle justice.
And you went to some of your friends again.
Okay.
I was going to say that, you know, just as you said, because I wanted to learn with that, by calling on, we have what we call the Muslim rights concerns, I believe. Murik, yes.
Murik has released a lot of
It has released. So I was surprised that even statements that were not up to the killing of this woman, this innocent woman that didn't do anything, didn't deserve to be killed that way. What have they done? Because as you said, I'm yet to hear of any powerful Muslim scholar coming out to address this issue.
Don't forget, don't forget the GNI, the Secretary General of Jamaatul Nasrul Islam. Yes, who is another very big body Islamically in this country. The Secretary General, Professor Khalid, visited the woman's family. Yes, they visited the woman's family.
Were there the profound statements?
The media. I wouldn't know whether profound, but it has to do with the government has
of the Sharia law.
No, hold on.
The Sharia courts.
No, but this is a state crime. It's a state crime.
You have state Sharia courts.
What I'm saying that will they take it to the Sharia? But after all of this dies down, the reality will hit them hard.
The pain resurfaces.
The man might go into complete trauma. The children themselves might go into complete trauma, and the whole of that family will go disarray. It's something we also have to pay attention to. For me, that visit yesterday, even though people will say it's not the first time or it's not the second time that, you know, Christians will visit Muslims, Muslims will visit Christians when they are in trouble. But beyond that visit, are we working closely, one family? Are we working together to dispel the politicians that are always using religion against us?
No.
Are we working together?
We're not.
Because we just visit, sympathize, and we all drop.
And it's not our fault.
Yeah, but the real work is this religious suspicion.
No.
They are more than you, I'm more than you. That is causing so much friction among us. And I'm happy the man you talked about, he's so much involved when it comes to interfaith and all of that. So much building, religious building, interfaith building going on behind the scene. Can we put in more energy in terms of dealing with the religious divide that we're witnessing today?
No, we can't.
Why? A lot of interfaith, programs. What is the real problem?
The real problem for me is this is a very sensitive question, but yes. You know, honestly speaking, people go into so many things. I always say that people hide under the pretense of religion
to do whatever they want
to commit all kinds of atrocities. Somebody may go there, like the visit of Reverend Hayab, may see it as, for me, it was a genuine visit.
But somebody will see it
as political. They will see him as being a spy. Yes, a spy.
Why?
Just went to see what next. But for me, sitting here, knowing the kind of person Reverend Hayab is, I will see it on a good, positive note that he went there as an interfaith person.
Whatever the suspicion is, the man went there.
He went there.
That's first. He was there with his colleagues, and he sympathized with them.
We have refused to accept the fact that we are a creator, because all of us, be you a Muslim or a Christian, God created you, the supreme God. So we have failed to accept that fact that we are from the same. Because like a Christian in the north will say that it's not the same God who created you that created me.
Okay.
He has a different God. Okay. A Muslim will say the same thing, because I've heard people saying ba Allah ɗaya ne ya halice mu ba. So addinin mu ba guda ɗaya ba, we are not created of the same God, and our religion is not the same. So for me, if people are able to begin to realize that the same God that created a Muslim is the same one that created a Christian. And when he created us, he didn't say you belong. You mentioned it here yesterday that before you became you got to know that you are a Christian. It was your mother who told you. Who even made you to know where you came from. So I was not born. I was only born.
I didn't choose my religion from my stomach.
And got to and saw myself going to a church where my parents were going.
No, did you choose your religion from
I didn't.
Nobody chose.
I didn't choose my religion from my stomach.
I was born, and I got to know I was born in a Christian family.
So it's high time.
In a Christian family.
So it's high time people begin to realize that we are children of from the same supreme God. And religion should be secondary.
So when you sit down in those meetings and you're discussing, what are the issues that pop up?
I'm telling you.
She has just mentioned one of the major ones.
This is one of the major
Accepting the fact that we have one creator.
There's a particular local government in Kaduna State. When I was actively into interfaith, for over 40.
If you give him John 3:16, may not have more insight than me that went to the university. He will interpret it based on his level of exposure in terms of Western basic education. There are words that you can see, you may not be able to give it the desired interpretation. However, one of the reasons why this interfaith thing looks, because the men of God that went to visit, as far as I'm concerned, they went to visit their colleagues in the other faith. That's the way I see it. And even the office of the current president, 19 other states, it is also similarly mandated to do such a thing. Because you are Christian Association of Nigeria, or you are also a father of the religious body.
Regulation of religion sermon is very, very important. How they adhere to that is what I don't know.
Is what I'm trying to tell you.
If
the Imam of Abuja goes to Kaduna to preach to those boys, they will not do that thing again.
Okay, so you are coming. No, hold on. You are coming with a method, a strategy.
Yes, you don't understand. See, let me tell you, you can't detach. You see the
education is education, whether Western or not.
But exposure, you see the way. I have a reason why I mentioned Imam of Abuja. It's like police work. Have you seen the Kolo and the cadet addressing the same criminal matter?
No.
If you see a cadet officer attending to criminal matter, you'll be happy. So me that is paying the media house like P&B to show the preacher on TV. I have done more evangelism than you.
Because it will have wider coverage.
The children of Issachar, they succeeded not because they were Christians, because they understood times and seasons. So the way you approach things, 1980.
It's not the way you should approach it now.
Everything metamorphosis, including religion approach. If you want to preach to a minister, a Gen Z, if you dress like Madam Felicia, she will not listen to you. But I'm wearing a palazzo and a t-shirt and a face cap, so you will listen to me.
Because she can identify.
That was what happened to Moses. In the Bible, he left Pharaoh's palace and met magic in the bush. God used magic that he was used to in the palace of Pharaoh to attract him first before talking to him. So what I say, he saw a burning bush. I was not burning, and he was like, wow, this is something I'm used to, magic. So God, if God understood approach, who are you? You are not.
Okay, so
and you are not his approach.
Okay. Yes, I was meeting to talk here. I'm happy you are mentioning approach. The screening of it, and the religious leaders should allow themselves to be screened. Go into training, because for someone going into
you're flogging a hungry child
in the first place,
change the approach.
Yes,
because that child that is hungry is a victim of circumstance by bad leadership. If the governor that stole $5.5 billion gives him good elementary school and clothes, he will not go and beg and you'll be flogging him.
Unfortunately, the Almajiri Commission
is
supposed to take care of the Almajiri who are causing nuisance.
No.
It's busy constructing roads.
But am I not making sense, man?
No, of course you are making sense.
If the governor of that state...
Our issues are compounded. Now I'm coming to you. Our issues are even compounded. We have an Almajiri Commission to stop the 15 million
then the Islamia imam is flogging the hungry child that is a victim of bad leadership.
And the bad leadership of the commission too has also caused another problem.
So temper,
because commission took 8 billion naira to construct road. Now the secretary is saying it was inserted into his budget. He didn't see the budget. 8 billion. Because let's even say with the devaluation of the naira.
You know, they injected him without him knowing that he's sick.
Yes. 8 billion.
He's sick, but he doesn't know. And they gave him injection. And he's not aware of malaria.
Let me help my brother speak again, please, because he's really boiling.
You know, I don't speak
boiling.
Approach to preaching.
Yes, I want
to. We suffered this repent with loudspeakers in Lagos when buses will be exploding with sound.
I'm thinking I have to go and meet my MD in the office.
And you are shouting.
If you don't give your life, who told you God is hard like that?
Have you given your life to him?
That same man now, you see him argue with conductor. My change, I'll make 10 naira. Nonsense. Because his approach is wrong.
And he didn't even pay for the bus fare. Then
let him go and shout on Gen Z will warn him. But if you wear palazzo, look good, smell nice. Hello. He doesn't know where you're even going to.
Yes.
That is what God did to Moses.
Okay.
Let me
we have 1 minute.
Let me just round up here by saying that the religious leaders should allow themselves to be trained. Because if you cannot give what you don't have.
Updates.
Yes. Keep reading.
Keep updating.
Yes, updating yourself aside the training you are getting.
And the society has to guide them.
Yes,
everybody involved needs to guide them, and there must be some regulations.
That is
strict regulation, because people can go out and say so many extreme things.
In fact, let me even add this before we close.
Yeah.
This Almajiri Commission, the imams should by now gather themselves, enter protest.
Thank you very much.
They should protest. The imams should be on the street. I want to see 1,000 imams now protesting. Oh, so there's a commission money like this, and you are suffering us, training these children, feeding them, beating them, and there's billions of naira going to do road. Chief, I don't want to talk. Just leave me.
And even the women too, like the Muslim women, they should come out. They should come out to protest.
Yes.
In Kaduna State, we have cases where women were being killed and children. Women came out naked, wearing.
If they take care of this Almajiri, that